Big variety of speech dialects between all the different humans on the face of the earth. How come I can't even recognize Chinese? Chinese can't even recognize Hebrew. What the heck happened? If you guys started with two human beings who called the tree tre, then the offspring would call it tre, tre. It sounds pretty similar. What we have today is very distinct languages from the Tower of Babel, when God made distinct languages to spread everybody out. You can't explain all the different languages.
Because they were separated. They were on different parts of the earth. You're not going to have the same dialect as they were somewhere else.
Well, if from my point of view as a Christian, we all started with two people.
Right, but if you didn't, if you were separated, you're going to have different cultures and different ways of communicating.
Well,
how do you explain how, like,
I'm saying,
somebody moves and has different mannerisms than somebody in English because they were raised in that culture?
But I'm dealing with the guttural sounds of the basic languages. It would be more common if it all came from, let's say Adam and Eve spoke Hebrew. Everything would have a little Hebrew zing to it, a little Hebrew sound, even though you could have different dialects. Even though you could have different dialects, it's not going to be so different as Chinese, waka taka maka, and then Spanish, como se llama usted. Different languages. Where do you get those different languages?
From different cultures. We're separated for thousands of years.
Well, they don't just get separated. They were tied to two, from my point of view, tied to two original people, and who slowly made changes. All right. So the guttural sounds of all the languages should have a common base.
But they don't.
They don't even. They're not even close. They don't even look alike, sound alike. Where did this drastic change come from? Even though they went from the Middle East to Australia, Middle East to China, Middle East to Europe, the parents would still pass it on to the kids. And the guttural sound of all the languages should have a common form.
They do, and that's because we all have a language acquisition device. Have you ever read Noam Chomsky and been anything with linguistics? That's an introductory lesson that the way the human brain has evolved is that it's been out of communication. And yes, we all have these inaural sounds, but they are adapted because of different, like you said, cultures, and they spread apart.
Well, I'm saying that these different cultures don't just spring up in China out of nowhere. They slowly move from the Middle East, Turkey, where we believe Adam and Eve and the ark landed, and they slowly moved, and the parents slowly taught the kids, and the kids slowly taught.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, brother, you want to preach a little bit?
I am going to preach a little bit.
Okay, I'll back off.
Exactly,
You have a
that's
nice day. God
biology
bless
and
you.
evolution. That's nothing that supports your cause.
Say what?
That's biology and evolution. That's nothing that supports your cause.